What's going on, peoples? Friday night. How's everybody doing tonight? I didn't think it wouldn't be a Friday night if it wouldn't go live. Got a little bit of daylight left. Got the grill fired up here. Gonna throw a couple of hot dogs on. Not sure how well the connection is going to be up here. I've got really good, well, got about 8 download speed, and my upload speed is almost non-existent. Who do we got in the house tonight? Who do we got up in the house tonight? We got 2 people watching. What's going on, everybody? What is on? See if I get some different clips going on there a little bit out in the background. Here we go. It's a pretty fun weekend this weekend here. Parker, I was down in Parker today, down at the Blue. Ooh, look at that sunset. Oh, that's nice. Check that out. Somewhat. It looks better on the tablet than it does in real life. Are those chemtrails behind me? Kind of looks like some chemtrails. For all you conspiracy theorists out there. Right on, we got 5 people in the house. Don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. Don't be afraid. Step right on up, give it a thumbs up. The grill is on. We're about ready to, there you go. There's the grilling action for tonight. We don't have anything too elaborate. I've just got some, I've got a baked potato I could throw on and a couple of hot dogs. Just chilling up here at Parker. Got a really nice spot up here. Ooh, somebody's got a huge campfire down here. That is cool. So yeah, it's the Parker. There's a off-road race going on this weekend. So I was down at the Blue Water, capturing some video footage of the event and some of the action going on down there. So that's going to be coming up here pretty soon. Maybe I'll get that one uploaded here tonight. Hopefully, the upload speed here at Big River is not good, not very good at all. We got 6 people watching. Thanks for watching. Don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. Hopefully, the signal is coming in okay here. Ooh, look at that sunset. Look at that sunset. That's nice, isn't it? Nice little sunset. We got a little bit of daylight left. Ooh, that looks good. That's coming in good. 7 people watching. Right on. Don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. I know you want to. Don't be afraid to be the first one. I'm going to make an absolute fool out of myself here tonight. So you're going to make sure you want to give it a thumbs up. It's Friday night. Hope you guys are all doing great out there, whoever you are, wherever you are. I know I'm having a good time here. Nice cool weather. I got my shorts on, shorts and t-shirt. I have one neighbor that pulled up close to me here. Well, he parked kind of close. I haven't met him yet, but he's cool. Small little truck. Let me show you. Oh, there it is. Boom. Whoop. Yep. Right there. Good. I don't want. All right, guys. What's going on? Who do we got here? Who we got watching tonight? Who do we got watching tonight? Just some. Who do we got watching? Damn! Look at that campfire. You guys see that campfire over there in the distance? There you go. See that big glow of fire going on over there? We got campfires. We got a whole bunch of people parked up over here. Check that out. Some kind of rodeo going on over there. No, I'm not drinking. Haven't had anything to drink at all except water, if you want to count that. My grill is now warmed up, so I'm going to go and throw a couple of hot dogs on, and I have a baked potato that's ready to go, wrapped in aluminum foil. Ooh, it's going to be good. So we got 11 people watching and no thumbs up. Man, somebody please give it a thumbs up. Or not. I'm not doing it for the views. I'm not doing it for the views. I'm not doing it for the thumbs up. Yeah, right. Come on. Anybody who tells you that, they're lying. No, in all seriousness, it's fun. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some hot dogs here. You guys enjoy the sunset for a little while here, for just a brief point in time. What are we grilling here tonight? Well, we have some Stevens jumbo hot dogs. Yes, for all of my meat haters that watch the channel, this is not the most healthiest meal, but it's better than Ballpark, I would say. 10 people watching. Hope you're enjoying the sunset and the views. There we go, that's better. You guys can probably hear me a little bit better now. There we go. So who do we got watching tonight? Man, that guy's got a pretty good sized fire going on over there, I might say. It is quiet here, though. $11 people watching. Who do we got on here tonight? Step right up. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to share who you are. The grill. Got the grill fired up. Ooh, look at that sunset. Well, happy Friday night, everyone. Hope hope everyone had a great week. Hope you all kicked some ass at whatever you were doing this last week. We got trucks going by. What else can I show you guys here? I don't want to get too far away from my hotspot. I might lose you. But yeah, it's just a peaceful little spot here. I walked up to this little place I walk to every night and there was an owl hooting down in the wash. It's a really, really deep wash here. It's almost like a huge canyon. It's really, really pretty. I'd like to, might go and hike it tomorrow maybe. 12 people watching. Don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. Or not. One of my neighbors over here is running a generator. A Honda generator. But other than that, it's pretty quiet. Got a whole bunch of RVs parked over here on this side. Somebody down there's got just a raging campfire going on. You guys probably aren't going to be able to see that. Got a pretty good campfire going on over there. I'm just doing some grilling, doing my thing over here, making some dinner for tonight. Thought I would check in with you guys. It's Friday night. Thought I would see how everybody's doing. Check in, say hello. Shoot the breeze. Shoot the breeze. Call me the breeze. Something like that. Got a whole bunch of bandwidth, so I might as well burn it up, right? Ooh, look at that skyline. Looking good. Looking good out there. There we go. Now I can see your guys' comments. Let me turn this bad boy up here, and so I can read them. I don't have my phone out with me right now. I'm not all professional right now. So let's. I'm just going to do a little bit of freestyle action going on here. So let me start at the top. We got Andy Wilson. What's up, Andy? Hey man, happy Friday. What's on the drink menu? What's on the drink menu? Dude, I'm out, dude. I don't have much drinks going on here. I've just got some water, some iced tea, and some orange juice. But that's about all for tonight. Just guess it's a sober Friday night out on BLM land. Nothing wrong with that. We got Makeup and RVs. What's going on? Hey, Bobby, how are you? Nice of you to drop by. Temps. Oh, dude, the temperatures out here are really nice. It's I'm in t-shirt, shorts, and sandals. It was in the 70s today. I think it got to about 75. The weather here in Parker's been great. So this is a nice little spot. Loving it. Loving it. Yes, chemtrails. Yeah, I think we have some chemtrails over there for all you conspiracy nuts out there. I know I got a few of them on my channel, and I have been. I've got a little conspiracy. Everything is a conspiracy, right? I mean, come on, guys. Like, nobody has the answers to everything. Okay, you know what I'm saying? How many agree with me? Nobody knows everything. Badness, how you doing, man? Good to see you live. Right on. Ariana, what a beautiful evening there. Enjoy. Too cold for teas here on the Oregon coast. Freezing the next couple of nights, possibly snow coming still, though. Loving the rain. Yes, the rain. Hey, nice to see you again, Ariana. I'm glad that you're enjoying the rain up there. So I know that's all you can do. You can enjoy it. You got to enjoy it while you can. Still in Parker. Yes, still in Parker. Rock Adventures. Hey, what's up? What's up, Rock Adventures? Sorry I didn't get a chance to meet up with you in Quartzsite, but I'm sure there will be another time. Another time in the future. Okay. So what are we doing here? We got Tina Beanie. What's up, West Coast Roller? What's going on, Tina? How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing great. Andy, I'm thinking something must be wrong on this end. It's possible. The internet signal up here is definitely not the best, but I'm doing the best I can with what I got. That's what we're supposed to do, right? Just do the best you can with what you got. You know, use what you got. Use what you got. Use what your mama gave you. Something like that. I think Dalton's connection is slow. He can't see comments, I don't think. Okay. Yeah. Well, I can see your guys' comments now. Just I gotta skew the grill here right now. And it's getting dark outside, so that's going to affect some of the things, but I'll have to go back inside. All right, I'm going to bring you guys back inside because I'm losing some light. But the good part is the connection probably will be a little bit better in here, and then we'll also have the lighting will be it will be slightly better in here with some lighting. I got to go grab the dogs off the grill. They're done, so I will be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. I know you want to. Man, I really got to twist you guys' arms tonight. Okay, I'm back. Losing a little bit of light out here. The sun just went down, so we're back inside the fifth wheel here. What do we got here? I think you're correct, Andy, on the Connection 56 in San Francisco right now. It's raining. Did you ever run into any issues with doing your fuel filter? Wix had a bunch of defective filters. No, I did not run into any issues with the fuel filter change. I have been buying my fuel filters at Neeks, K-N-E-C-T-H-E-S. They are a popular automotive parts chain in Oregon. I don't know if they have any stores in Washington, but I've been buying them there for like $14 or $15, and they've been serving me just fine. So thumbs up for, and I don't know what brand they are. They're just some off brand, but you could probably, you could go to Neeks Auto Parts, and that's where I've been buying mine. Oh, you had a bad filter. Oh, that sucks. Sorry, Elena. Hey, Elena, how are you? Sorry, I am late joining. What's for dinner tonight? For dinner tonight, I got just grilled up a couple of hot dogs, some Nathan's all beef hot dogs. Yes, definitely not something you want to be eating every day. Got to just put that out there because I know I'm going to get some haters in the comments. Oh, dude, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be eating that, man. Yeah, I agree. I don't eat them all the time, but they are the good ones, if that's such a thing. They're the all beef version hot dogs. So, good times. Hot dogs. All right, give you a thumbs up. Hey, sweet. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm not seeing it yet on the live stream, so it probably has something to do with the connection going down right now. I've got about 8 megabytes per second download and upload speed. I'm barely making 1 megabytes per second on the upload speed. So I don't know how you guys, or how well you're able to hear me right now. Andy, what's on the docket for the weekend? Well, I'm in Parker, and there's off-road racing going on. Trophy trucks, buggies, not so much the side-by-sides, but mostly the very expensive off-road buggies and trophy trucks, and really cool stuff. I was down there today, and I got some great footage walking around, and I'll be showing that video here soon. But so yeah, just some racing going on this weekend. And then next weekend here in Parker, I guess there's boat races going on. So boat races right on the Colorado River, and all of it's been going down at the Blue Water Casino. So I might be hanging out here for like another week, just to kind of catch some of that action going on. So sounds like a lot of fun to me. Yeah, oh yeah, it's cool, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. This is the first, my first time like going down and kind of seeing the action here in Parker with the off-roading stuff. And man, it's cool. I mean, I've been an off-roader my whole life, and going down and seeing some of the action that's going on down here, man, it's some really cool stuff. I mean, like I was telling my friend today, it would be so fun if I had about $1 million and I could just go down here and like build out like a super buggy or a super truck. A lot of the companies that manufacture a lot of the parts are here. The companies that build the transaxles, they're here. And basically, you know, all the companies and the sponsors that you know, provide support for that industry, they're all here. And so anyway, it's fun to kind of you know, just walk around, and I'm sure hopefully you guys will get some of that experience in some of the video footage that I took today. But yeah, if you're an off-roader, there's a lot of cool stuff going on down here between the stuff in Parker and some of the sand dune activities that go out in Glamis, man. I mean, you know, the sky's the limit. And then the boating races, that's the other big thing, I guess, in Parker. And then in Havasu, they do boat races. And there's a lot of cool stuff going on down here, a lot of rallies and meetups and everything. So yeah, it's definitely, this is the fun time of the year to be down here for sure. We hit Belfair last weekend. Great times. Yeah, all of my times living in Washington. I've never been out to Belfair, but I hear that's a cool place. All right, well, I'm just going to go fix myself up one of these hot dogs here. So I'm just going to spin you guys around. So other than that, that's pretty much what's going on with me right now. So it's February, so just beginning to make plans about what I'm going to be doing here within the next couple of months, and just refining my plans. What I'm going to be doing here. So the time is precious, and what we do with it is everything. So that's what I know. But doing these videos, it definitely helps me to just kind of keep more accountable, keep my word with things that I say that I want to work on, and it definitely helps me become more accountable to myself. So, and hopefully it will motivate and inspire you guys to accomplish what you want to accomplish in 2019. Work through whatever challenges or difficulties that you're working on presently, because there's always going to be difficulties, there's always going to be challenges. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So what else is going on? Who else do we have on here tonight? Are you camping on BLM LTVA? No, sir. Nope, I am off of the LTVA. So I'm back on 14-day dispersed camping. Casey Carr, what's happening, brother? Good evening. How are you? Did you get your water heater? Excuse me, did you get your water heater situation worked out? Or your water heater, not your water heater, but your heater core situation. Did you get that worked out? We got 9 people watching. Don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. I know you want to, or not. Shiloh here from the frigid north. Hey, what's going on? I don't envy I don't envy you. I don't envy you, but I feel for you. I wish you could be down here in the t-shirt and short weather if that's what you'd like. But I guess if I was in your neck of the woods, I would be doing some snowmobiling or something like that. Out camping tomorrow. Right on. Minus 35 last night. Wow, that's cold. That's hard. That is hard, man. That's hard. That's hard. Hard weather to. That's hard weather. That's cold weather. You could definitely teach me a few things in that cold weather. I have never been in below zero cold. Andy, hitting Florida next month. Got to get out of the Pacific Northwest. Right on. My mom and dad are also, they're going to Florida next month. Yeah, Florida's nice. A lot nicer than Washington, that's for sure. Everything froze. My least favorite month in the Northwest is March. Just because of all my years of living in the Northwest, it seemed that the month of March, it was cold, wet, and just miserable. It's like winter dragging on and spring trying to come in. But I never cared for the month of March in Washington. Just myself. I kind of liked the rest of the months, but I just never cared for March. Yeah, I bet everything is frozen. That's for sure. Just as I was mentioning before, just about how, like, how I like doing some of these live streams, just the videos and everything about making myself accountable and everything, and that it helps me a lot, is that, you know, I wanted to talk just about, like, documentation. The videos for me are more like documenting my path or my journey along wherever I go. I've just been doing a lot of thinking lately about the direction of this channel and where I really want to go with things. It's taken me a long time to figure things out, like with the vision and where I see, like, myself going. And but I know that, like, I want to do a better job at documenting things, just for reasons of I think it would help me a lot as I progress along with just keeping my word to myself with the things that I want to do. But I've got some bigger dreams going right now with what I want to do on this channel. I've been thinking about changing the channel name up a little bit into something else. I don't know what that's going to be. I've had a few thoughts rumbling through my brain, but I'm definitely I'm not giving up, you know, at all on what I'm doing, what I've been doing, what the channel. I'm just trying to really refine things but I'm trying to be vulnerable enough to show that I don't, trying to show some of that vulnerability or what have you. But anyways, this is a real everything is a work in progress, but the key part to everything is work. You know what I'm saying? So at least for me it is anyways. It's work. And you gotta, if you want the results, if you want this crazy exciting life, you gotta put the work in. So maybe some of you have got the gist of what I was just talking about. But yeah, this whole thing for me, it's just a way to document. And I hope that I encourage all of you to, you know, to document your journey in life and document what you're doing, document the things that, like, where do you want to go with your life and what things do you want to do, what things do you want to accomplish. I really, really encourage you guys to do that. March sucks here. I totally agree, man. March was definitely, like I said, March was my least favorite month when I lived in the Pacific Northwest. I hated March. I wanted to get the hell out of there if I could. And I find, you know, living in Oregon, the weather in Oregon is, it's a little bit nicer than Washington. Like the winters anyways, like a little bit, not like by a large margin, but they're a little bit nicer, meaning a little bit less wet. Well, that's cool, man. I'm happy you're going to go to Florida. What part of Florida are you going to go to? Going to Disney World? Are you still planning on over-the-road trucking at some point? Yes, I'm still planning on trucking. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Who's your internet provider out there? I am using AT&T. I have an AT&T Mobility device. What's up, Truth Hunter? Yeah, I just use AT&T for this this live stream right now is AT&T. I don't know how well it's doing, but the internet signal here, it's not the greatest. Just adjusting this mount for a minute with me, so I don't have to bend over as much, and you'll have to look at the ceiling. There we go. It's a little bit better. Lighting helps with the lighting a little bit. I have a baked potato on the grill outside, so I'm going to step out for a minute and check on it, okay? All right, what else is going on? Who else we got here? We got 9 people watching, I see. Here we go. We got some more comments rolling in here. We got Andy Wilson, Disney, Jacksonville, Gainesville, and Tampa, possibly Fort Lauderdale. Okay, that's cool. Truth Hunter, that's cool. You got service out there. Yeah, it's really cool. Definitely for sure, man. Yes, heater core was not the problem. Thank goodness. Yeah, that's cool. That job can be a little bit involved. That's for sure. Depending on the vehicle, because I didn't really want to tear the dash apart. Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people get a little bit intimidated by taking the dash apart, but for the most part, it's pretty simple. So what really helps is if you can take it apart a little bit, or at least remove it, and then support it by some type of a straps or something. You could support it once you have it removed from the dash, and then that way nothing will break. Or there's a lot of you have to be careful when you take the dashes apart, because a lot of the plastic parts, components inside can break and everything, and that's not good. That's definitely not good. I want your way of life in my future. Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's cool being able to, just move around and be mobile. It's definitely definitely a great thing. It's definitely a great thing. And once you, I mean, a lot of people live this way because they're trying to save money, or they're trying to live on a really low budget. But the more, I think that, like anything else, if you're living in a conventional life, the better that you do for yourself financially speaking, the more better things you can do with this lifestyle. But the best part about living in an RV is it doesn't tie you down to any one particular location. For example, like if you got like 1,000 Trails membership, man, with that membership, you could stay in a 1,000 Trails park for up to a 3 weeks time period. And then you could go, you could go move, you could go to another park, or you could go dry camp somewhere if you wanted to. So yeah, the possibilities are endless with this lifestyle. But it does, or as far as living in the RV. But I don't know. I'll just let you know. I'm just rambling off of thoughts that are coming into my head when I read your comment. But there is something to be said about having your own place. And there's some channels that I follow, YouTube channels, and like there's people that make videos. They make videos out of their garage, and they do a lot of cool things that I'm not able to do. So anyways, it is nice having your own place, and but yes, it's great. I don't think there's really a best anything. I just think that everything has its pros and cons, and I say this because after living this way for the past almost 4 years, I can just honestly tell you that there are pros and there are cons. So, but most would agree that the pros outweigh the cons, and I'm definitely going to be in that camp. Especially if you're someone who is trying to be creative in your life and trying to, carve your own path and really break free from whatever challenging situation that you're in. Living in an RV, living in a van can be a great vehicle to get you to where you want to go and live the life that you want to live for yourself. It can be a great force to move you in that direction. And I know that's what I champion the most about this lifestyle, because that's what it's done for me. It's allowed me to, create this YouTube channel and create these videos, and it's allowed me to do these awesome things that honestly, I just want to continue to really do more of what I've been doing, and just continue to amplify everything that I'm doing to try to live like the greatest life ever, and that's what I wish for all of you guys. So that's my preaching. I feel like I'm preaching. I'm not preaching, but I'm just sharing with you honest and open communication. So take it for whatever value you get from it. You want to continue your way of life or stop at some point? Well, I have, excuse me, I had to close my door here and getting some bugs coming in. Honestly, do I want to continue? No, I think that, I mean, I have like a dream. I have a vision for what I would love to do. And this is what I would love to inspire every one of you guys is to create, we all have a vision like of our life or a dream life that we would love to live. Okay. And I think that for me, there are times when I would like to have my own place, and I think that's probably the direction that I'm eventually going to go because I could just do more things that I would like to do to, fulfill my vision that I have. But I mean, no, I mean, it's this lifestyle. It has its pros and it has its cons. But for myself right now, I see no way in the future that I'm going to be going back to living, formerly how I used to live, like living in sticks and bricks. I don't see that changing anytime soon. You want to continue? Let's see. How often do you have to go grocery shopping? It kind of varies. I think I've been going right now about, I've been trying to go at least like every 3 weeks or about every 3 weeks right now. I usually like to stock up when I go to the store, but that's kind of what you have to do when you're in Quartzsite because the grocery shopping in Quartzsite is definitely not the best. You generally have to go to Parker or you have to go to Blythe to get groceries, which round trip, that's over an hour drive round trip. So you definitely got to stock up on supplies when you're in Quartzsite. But in Parker, there's a Walmart here, so and it's just a short trip to town. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for the insight. Yeah, you're welcome. I don't have all the answers, but I guess what I could share with you is what. Yeah, I just try to be honest and share the just kind of as I see it, the kind of pros and cons with things, But I see that I feel that there's definitely a lot more pros to to living in an RV, but it does have its challenges. But if you get into a career such as like trucking, for example, like this is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like trying to make it all work, and there's a lot of people that are in trucking that they want to be home and they have families and everything. But if you don't have a family, then that can definitely be a good choice for you. But without having anything that ties you down, mortgages, apartments, houses, whatever, that's a very freeing thing that I think that most people would agree can get you out of the rut that so many Americans find themselves in. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with setting roots somewhere and being sticks and bricks. I mean, hopefully, one of the things that's made the biggest difference in the quality of my life with this whole transition of living in an RV or what have you is just moving. In the whole process for me moving to an area that I wanted to live, that was like a whole game changer for me. And a lot of people they live in the same area that they live their entire lives, and they never move. And if there's anything that living in an RV has taught me, or at least helped me overcome my fears with, is just this whole notion, this whole idea of moving and living somewhere else. And right now, after living in the RV now for over 3 years, I can tell you in all honesty that I have no fears anymore about moving anywhere, really. I mean, I could move to the East Coast if I wanted to, and I don't feel burdened by anything, and it's so easy to move around. It's so easy to move when you live in an RV. When you live in a house or an apartment, you're so much tied down. And that has been like just the biggest game changer for me. And then not only just with my spirits and being able to really live somewhere where I honestly really enjoy living. And that's, I think, the first step with change for everybody is if you're living somewhere where you don't like to be, you can change that. And moving into an RV can help you facilitate that. But you've got to be happy with where you live. Your environment is so powerful where you live. And You know, if you don't like whatever, you don't like the politics, you don't like the people, the economy, you know, whatever the story is, you have control over that. You can change it. You can move somewhere else. So that's just my most valuable experience that I've taken away so far. Still northwest of Yuma. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm in Parker right now, in Parker, Arizona. Nomadic Diesel down the road. Why not buy an acre in the desert for winter or an acre in the northwest for the summer? No BLM restrictions. Yeah, I totally agree, man. And yeah, that's the direction that I see myself in, is eventually, you know, having my own place again. And I honestly don't know where that place is yet, as far as where am I setting my, you know, my vision, my dream, you know, where I want to be and where do I want to live. I really honestly don't have a place yet in mind. I've always liked northern Arizona a lot, you know, kind of like around Prescott or Flagstaff. I've liked that area a lot. It would be cool to own a place there. But yeah, honestly, I don't know yet. And I'm hoping that when I go trucking, that will help me expand my context about other areas in America, you know, other states in America, and that I may want to consider moving. It may not, you know, it doesn't have to be in the Northwest. It doesn't have to be in the Southwest. It could potentially be somewhere else where I have like my home base. But yeah, definitely. You know, I think that would it would be really cool to have my own home base again, and then I could just do like a lot of cool things with, as far as like, you know, video creation and working on other, you know, things that I'm passionate about or whatever. So yeah, we'll see what the future holds. You know, I've got some things right now in my mind as far as like really what, you know, I would like to do, and as far as like creating content around some of my dreams and my passions that I have, you know, creating content around that. So I have some I've got some things brewing. I've got some things brewing up here. So gonna take some time, but I've got plenty of time. We all have time. Time is in abundance for most of us. We just tend to squander it away doing meaningless activities, right? RV Bandwagon, what's happening, brother? What's up, Rolla? Just another Friday night, my friend. Just another Friday night. Doing a little bit of grilling. The man from Van. Hello from Alberta. What's going on? Consider Kingman. Yeah, I was looking into land around the Kingman area, and that seemed to be an area where there wasn't a lot of restrictions, and you could buy land very cheaply, and you may or may not have to haul water in. There may be utilities and power. Yeah, that's definitely an area. I think for myself, I would rather have an area in a. I would rather own land in a climate that is more mild and not as you know, extreme, like as Kingman in the summertime. I mean, you can't be in Kingman in the summertime unless you're like underground or you've got some shade thing. I mean, it's freaking hot. So, you know, one area that I kind of like a little bit right now, and you know, it's Pahrump, Nevada. One of the reasons about Pahrump is there is a lot of BLM land that surrounds Pahrump, but the cool part about Pahrump is that in the summer months when it's hot, you could escape the heat by going up on the mountains. There's some mountains that surround that town, but there is some areas where you could escape the heat. But that's kind of one area that I haven't been looking into. Have you driven the extraterrestrial highway 93? No, I haven't done that yet. That sounds fun. No restriction land is the best. Yeah. The only caveat I have with owning land that has no restrictions is that You could have a neighbor that shows up who his idea about freedom is completely different than yours. And, you know, who knows? He may want to do this or he may want to do that. And he or she can basically kind of, without any restrictions, do kind of whatever they want. So that's one of the risks that I see that poses itself when you own land in an area without a lot of restrictions, is you could have a neighbor that, like I said, his or her idea of freedom, meaning doing whatever the hell they want to do, is like completely polar opposite of yours. And so that's kind of one of the things that, you know, could you might have to deal with. So, and then you also, in that situation, you could maybe have potential problems selling your land if you've got for lack of a better word, a crazy neighbor next door or whatever. You know, they're raising some kind of animals or something, you know. But you know, it's all relative. So it really just, I mean, I think I personally, I think that there's a lot of there's probably more great things about owning land in an area where there isn't a lot of restrictions, because that tends to attract, for the most part, I think, some probably pretty cool people that are probably similar to you in your, you know, beliefs about freedom and what you can or cannot do. So. 120 degrees in the summer in Pahrump. Crazy hot. Yeah, it can. It can. That was the other thing about Pahrump. At night, the temperatures, they cool down. They cool down at night in Pahrump. The temperatures here in Arizona at night, they do not cool down in the summer months. So that's one advantage that I see owning property in Pahrump, for example, you know, in the summer months. But yeah, there's so much to it. You know, it's like with all this abundant land. I mean, if this is what you want to do, if you want to come down here in the winters and like be in your RV and avoid the rain and the crappy weather that's going on in the northern states, there's so much abundance of just free land that you can camp on down here in Arizona, that why would you want to own land in that area, right? You know, so that's kind of where I would rather own property, you know, in the north, someplace where I could spend in the summer months, and then migrate down here in the winter to do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever content that you want to create. Hopefully, you're creating some awesome content. We all have a story. We all have things to share. We're all unique. We all got passions. We all have things that drive us. We all have things that get us out of bed every day that move us. So you got to be creating content about that. That's the world we're living in today, man. Man or woman. Create content. Create. We got 15 people watching. Right on. Albuquerque is awesome. I've never been to Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've heard some great things about New Mexico as far as land ownership in New Mexico. So I think that they're, depending on what you want to do, if you're the off the grid type, there's definitely some good areas that in New Mexico to look at for sure. Yeah, good point. Make up an RVs. Hi, hello again. How are you? Nice to see you again. I should be wearing your bandana that you gave me. I was looking at it today. You know the one I'm talking about, the one you gave me. Yes. 18 people watching. Man, I'm glad you guys are watching. That's cool, man. Thank you for chiming in. Like your last video at the RV event. Yeah, that's cool. I just took some footage today about the off-roading show going on here in Parker, Arizona. So that one should also be a good one too, I think, to kind of showcase, yeah, just cool stuff going on. So I'm sure there's a few other people out there that are making videos about it. I saw a couple of other people, but I was one of the only people down there with a GoPro doing some filming. So that was a good sign. Good sign for content creation. I think in the future, we're going to be seeing a lot more people doing more video. I think in the future. I think we're, you know, it just hasn't. I don't think it's pierced the screen yet. How important it is to you know, video and stuff is going to be here in the future. So keep making videos. Keep learning how to make great videos. Video making is a skill, and I just see it becoming a very, very valuable skill. Like if you know how to create great content, you know how to create great videos. And it's not so much the videos, it's really your content. But man, like there is an opportunity. I am convinced there is an opportunity everywhere for just creating content. Like in any niche that you're into, like you can do it. There's an opportunity there for it. There is an opportunity. But it's the future. It's the future of everything. So, I don't know. I'm trying to plant some seeds in you guys' head. And I'm also kind of sharing with you what I'm thinking right now about everything going on. Video, it is, dude. Video is the future. It is. It's totally the future. I think I think that, like, if you're, well, especially if you're a company or a business, I mean, you're going to survive. And it doesn't matter if you're a small, big, whatever company, your company has to be transparent, and you've got to be creating content about whatever it is that you're doing. You got to be creating content about your brand. I mean, your life is a brand, essentially. That's the direction that we're going here in our future. Your life is a brand. And I'm not saying that you're going to, I mean, you know, you can take that. I mean, your life is a brand in that, like, you are unique. There's nobody on the planet that's just like you. And you've got great things to, that you can share and that you can talk about and that you know about, you know things about. But yeah, video is definitely the future. It's not going anywhere. Tina, I got land in New Mexico. That is my plan down the road. Really like it there. Awesome. Yeah, I'd like to look forward to visiting New Mexico, but I have met a few other people there that own land there, and they're very happy with it. Very happy there. There is a cheap site in Pacific City we found a while back. Pacific City, yeah. I want a travel trailer so bad. I want a small cargo trailer behind my truck camper. Yeah, that's a good way to go. RV Bandwagon has a 97 Safari truck for sale. There you go. Needs a new home. What do you think about cryptocurrency? I don't have any. I don't have any money invested in cryptocurrency. Myself personally, I'm a hard asset or paper asset person. So I won't personally invest any money I have into these imaginary things like cryptocurrency. That's my opinion, and I know that you should never invest your money in things that you don't believe in. So, and I don't put any of my faith in cryptocurrency. I just don't, and I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people have made a lot of money on it, and it could potentially be the future. But I'm not investing any of my money in it. And I'm not saying, and I want to just clear this. I'm not saying that. I think that crypto is it's a great idea, and I think it's got great potential. And as far as like trying to beat the bankers game with, the central banking and all this stuff, right? And I think it's a great steps forward to sort of operate outside of that central banking system. And so I'm all for that, but I'm not gonna invest any of my money in it right now. So I would much rather have it in hard assets, real estate, or stocks. So, or real estate, dirt, land, income producing real estate. Forget I'm a metals guy. So yeah, gold or silver, hard assets. I mean, like, it's just just stick, my opinion, you just stick to the fundamentals, and when you start swaying from the fundamentals and you start going into this stuff, like, I don't know, man. It's, I mean, and like I said, there's a lot of people that made a lot of money on cryptocurrency, but as if you look at it, it's very, it's speculative, and like it has a bubble, and the bubble bursted, right? And everybody was all worshiping it, when it's going up and up and up. Well, when it pops, like the game's over, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to put my money in a game like that. I'm not going to. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't or whatever, but you need to do your own research. That's all I'm saying. Forget cryptos, think gold and silver. Yep, I agree. I mean, like, I think I personally don't have a portfolio of gold and silver. I have bought silver in the past and then I sold it. But yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with owning that. I mean, the price is going to fluctuate, but it's a real tangible hard asset that has value, regardless if the markets, if they completely tank. Silver is gonna have its value. It's gonna retain value. It's gonna be like real estate. Real estate's gonna hold its value. Anyways, I have been watching you since noon. I've been watching you since day one, and thank you. I am either getting an F450 or a 10-2 or an Earth Cruiser. Sweet, an Earth Cruiser. That sounds really cool, man. That would be overlanding. Yeah, those overlanding rigs are really, really cool. So that's cool, man. I think you're on the right path. Yeah, you can't go wrong with an F if you want to go with a truck camper. I mean, the bigger truck you have, I mean, the better. I mean, an F450 would be a really that would haul that little 10-2 camper around like nothing, and that would be nice. It would probably handle really well going down the road. What has been your best investment in the last few years? The best investment, man. Honestly, guys, I mean, what has been the best investment? I'm just going to say, I mean, I'm always going to say the investments that I make in myself as being like my best investment. So what would that be? Just like the books I read or some of the podcasts I listen to. I mean, that's a form of investing in myself. But the best investments that I've made, yeah. That's a good question. Financially, I've been beat up a little bit here with the stock market, with the way things have been going the last couple months, but things are coming back again. The best investment, I mean, guys, I mean, honestly, I mean, and I have heard this over and over and over again, and people will tell you the best investment that you can make is in yourself. And well, what does that mean? It just means that it could be buying a better camera, so that you can make better videos. Like, that's a form of investing in yourself. Like, to me, that's always going to be like the best investment. What's ever going to keep you hungry, and that's going to drive you to, like, live your greatest life, I guess. And I'm not trying to be like sound cheesy or anything, but anything that you can do to fuel that fire, fuel that flame, I think that's the best investment that you can make. I honestly do. The markets, they go up, they go down. Just keep investing in yourself, and investing in the areas where you need work, or you need help in. You need help in. We all need help in certain areas. Or maybe we need a coach. Maybe we need to hire a coach. I know I certainly have thought about hiring a coach, and because none of us are that smart to have everything figured out. None of us are. None of us are that smart. Everybody, the best people that I know, the most people that are most successful, they all have like really good coaches. You know what I mean? Because they know that they're not going to be able to figure it out, like how to win or what have you. But I don't know. I mean, I guess financially speaking, best investments I made the last year. Yeah. Nothing to really jump up and down about, other than just the investments that I keep making, like, just into myself. Invest in freedom. Yeah, invest in sure. Whatever's going to, yeah, I mean, whatever's going to set you up for, like, I mean, the most freedom and whatever that means to you. I mean, freedom for some people could be just the freedom to have a certain level of autonomy in their life to where they can, do create essentially what they want to create. For some people, that is what freedom might mean to them. For other people, it might mean just like completely going off of the grid and completely like being totally self-sufficient, and just that might be somebody's other definition of freedom. So I think that yeah, everybody's going to have a different level of what I think freedom means to what freedom means. But anyways, that's just kind of what I think about. I'm going to go pull my little baked potato off the grill here. I'll be right back. Do you like watching Joe Rogan's podcast? Yeah, I've watched some of Joe Rogan's podcasts. I'm gonna say I'm not like a big fan of Joe Rogan. I mean, I appreciate like what he's done, but I don't know. I just sometimes I get the feeling that like I don't know. He doesn't. He kind of sometimes I don't know like where he stands on some things, and like I just think it's important to kind of take a stand with some things. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I just sometimes I watch his interviews and I'm not sure like I don't know sometimes what, and maybe it's because I haven't watched a lot of his podcasts, which I haven't, but some of the ones that I do watch, it just seems like I don't know. He doesn't like take a position, I guess, with some things, and I don't know sometimes it kind of it rubs me the wrong way a little bit, but whatever. I mean we all say what we want about people, but yeah, I watch some of his interviews that he has, and I side with a lot of the things that he a lot of the things that he's into I side with, but sometimes I just feel like I don't know, I just don't know. Sometimes he doesn't seem to like take a position or take a side or whatever on some things, which I sometimes question that in people. I mean, I think that you should kind of stand for you should stand for something. I think that's just me. Investing in yourself investing in yourself is the best investment. I am convinced that it is the absolute best investment. And but what does that mean? Well, like I said before, it might mean you might need to hire a coach, okay? Because you're struggling in an area of your life that you really, for lack of abuse, suck at. You might need to hire a coach. That's investing in yourself. Investing in yourself, it's not necessarily making a financial investment, and I've done many of those and lost some and lost some, made some, but ultimately, yeah, it's just, I don't know, whatever, subscribing to a certain podcast or something, that's a form of like investing in yourself, but, just surrounding yourself with the right people, whatever, I mean, just, that's all forms of investing in yourself, so, absolutely, dude. I totally agree, man. And the older that I get, the more I realize that for myself, that it's more true now than it ever has been. I think that's just my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion. Did you see the short film I made about? Did you see the short film I made about Monte in Colorado? Yeah, I think I did. I think I remember. Yes, I think I did see that. I saw a couple of interviews that you did when you were on the road. with some musicians I saw that were really, really cool. So it was cool to get like that perspective, just different perspectives from different people. I mean, success comes in all forms, right? I mean, just different peoples and their paths that they took. So, but we can all learn something from all of them, I think. Baked potato, yeah, baked potato. It's cooling down right now. What's up, Wayne? How you doing? He's a libertarian. Yeah, he's a libertarian. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. And I swing very libertarian myself. I tend to kind of be, a little bit more middle. Middle. I don't, middle ground. I'm not kind of hard one way or the other. But yeah, he is very libertarian. Yes, and that's what I tend to identify myself with mostly as well. One of the things that I was watching it, Joe Rogan. Let's see what else can I say about Joe Rogan. He was watching an interview or something that he did. Oh yeah, he was talking about like his keys to success or whatever. And yeah, he had said, I thought a lot of great things. Yeah, he was talking about just just the rat race or whatever. He did a video talking about the rat race and just like what it can do to you and everything. And and I thought it was very good. I thought that it was very good. However, my one kind of thing that I will say that I'm a little bit, as I kind of bring this up, I guess I find there's personally a lot of people that are hypocrites. They're very hypocritical. The system is not perfect, but like I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't, worked. I mean, I'm in the system. I haven't left the system, but there's no way in hell I would be where I am today if I wasn't an active participant in the system and so forth. I wouldn't be where I am today. You know what I'm saying? It's helped me immensely to get where I am, but I've also, I've had to work on myself and I've had to become aware and I've had to self-educate myself in order to break myself out of, I should not break myself out, but like have just a level of autonomy over my life. You know what I'm saying? And like I've had to educate myself and I've had to take that path. I've had to walk my own path, if you will. But I just find there's a lot of people that they want to criticize and they want to condemn everything, but it's like they forget that they're actually a product of that. And as hard as it is for them to really announce that, I think it's they're just, people are very hypocritical. I find people talk about success and everything. People talk about this and they talk about that. I mean, a lot of people are just hypocrites, and I personally have a real problem with that. But okay, I'm off my my rant, my soap box. The rat race will destroy a person. It has the capacity to. Yeah, it's somebody told me a long time ago. It's like a vortex, and it will suck you in. It will pull you in, and some people it'll consume their whole life. It'll suck them, like it'll just pull them full in. You know what I mean? To the point where like they feel like they have no control over their life, and that to me is the absolute worst. There is no worse feeling in your life than that feeling where you feel like you don't have a lot of control, over like your destiny. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the absolute worst feeling in the world. So, and the rat race, has the capacity to do that through conditioning and social pressure and on it goes. They basically, what's one of my favorite sayings? Thinking is the hardest work there is. That's why so few engage in it. I don't know who said that quote. That's another one that's very true. Most people aren't thinking. They're not critically thinking anyways. They're just going along with the tides, the ebb and the flow in their life. And they're not really, they're not thinking and they're not making decisions. They're caught in the vortex of the rat race. By, mind you, all of their own choices. And no one forced them to do anything. They essentially chose to do it. So, what's another one? Nothing is good or bad. It's thinking that makes it so. That's another one of my favorite ones too. I mean, don't take that one too far out of context, because, okay, good, evil, all that. Yeah, there's evil, and there's evil in the world, and there's good and all that. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to clear it, because I know the haters are going to come out and they're going to say all kinds of things, right? And that's okay. Bring it on. Just use it to where you need to be in life. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. And it's, the system is not perfect, but it's like paradise compared to other countries in the world and the way they're ran and the way they operate. I mean, there are some real shithole places in the world, and America is not one of them, So, and if you think it is, you got some work to do. You should, if you do think that way, you should study, the people, the refugees, the people that come here with nothing, and out of nothing, they do some amazing things with their lives, when they come here in America. So they're my favorite success stories. Gary Vaynerchuk, I listen to a lot of what he has to say and about things, and he came from Russia, and he's always like, you Americans are crazy, like you guys don't even know how good you have it. And it's true. Most Americans have no clue how good we have it. It's not perfect. Nowhere is perfect. There's no perfect utopia anywhere. The one you create up here is. You can't create a perfect utopia up here, though. Well, I'm just on a roll tonight. Oh, okay. Well, baked potatoes cooling down here. There is no expedient to which a man will not resort to avoid the real labor of thinking. Yeah, that's very, very true. I like that one a lot. Yep. Critical thinking is a good skill. Absolutely. Critical thinking, and also just making decisions. Like, I found probably the power of making decisions, and this is kind of one I learned from Tony Robbins. He talks about decisions shape your destiny. Like the day-to-day decisions that you make are ultimately what create your life. What you decide to do or not to do. And by not making a decision, you're basically saying that you're not going to make a decision when you don't make a decision. So yeah, decisions are everything, man. I mean, from my own personal, and I'm saying that from my own personal experience. I'm not trying to paraphrase anything by anybody.